Security scare at Israel embassy in Delhi. Explosion heard, unsure of nature. Delhi police reaches spot, in fact finds nothing. BJP versus opposition over Ram temple opening. CPI aims to stay away. BJP hits out. The big question now is, will top Congress leaders Sonia Gandhi, Mallikarjun Kharge attend the inauguration? Farooq Abdullah's shocking Gaza analogy. NC patron says we could become the next Gaza. BJP hits out over Farooq's statement. Government cracks down on AI-driven misinformation, issues advisory to IT firms on deepfakes. A big story, the consecration of Ram Temple in Ayodhya next month, to be led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, has become a political issue ahead of the Lok Sabha elections in 2024. Invitations for January 22nd event have been sent to religious leaders, politicians, actors, but it is those sent to opposition leaders that are making headlines. Before I bring in the guests, let's listen in to what Union Culture Minister Meenakshi Lekhi had to say earlier today. The massive Ram temple will happen on 22nd and it is the Culture Ministry which is organizing the events, but politics has also started playing out. With me is Union Minister Meenakshi Lekhi. Meenakshi Lekhi, I appreciate your time. How do you view the reactions that are coming in from various political leaders who are saying that there is this charge of politicization of this event, of a religious event that is coming on you?
No, I can only say Ram is about faith, faith of this nation and faith of our forefathers who believed in principles which are there forever. So it's up to a person to view, because your point of view is determined by your own conduct and your own thought process. So according to me, the thought process is that Ram is the ideal most expression of a human. Ramayana is the ideal most expression of a society. Ram Rajya is the ideal most system of governance. And all the ideals that India possesses today, the conduct of a brother, the conduct of a sister, the conduct of a father, conduct of a wife, conduct of a society, conduct of a bhakt, they are all present in Ramayana. And even conduct of an enemy is also there. So it is about established principles and the values based on which the society runs its system. And that's what Ramayana and Ram Mandir is representative of. So people who are politicizing are the ones who have been doing politics of a different nature, who have been dividing society on religion and several other things, and not even reaching out to the people who are unreached.
Okay, so how do you look at the reactions that are coming in, particularly from the left? Brinda Karat, I'm going to quote her, she says, "We'll not go. We respect the religious belief, but they are connecting a religious program with politics." And you are, in fact, the charge is that using religion as a political weapon.
I am so surprised. Had they been present, there would have been no weaponization. The weaponization is done by these very people who have been speaking against a particular religion and politicizing a society, which these people have been doing, and calling us, I mean, if I am sending invites or somebody has been sending invite to all these people, who's weaponizing the religion? The ones who are inviting or the ones who are choosing not to go? The ones who are choosing not to go are the ones who are weaponizing it, because they are the ones who have been trying to speak against a particular religion, and they are ultimately exposing themselves to the reality.
Ma'am, talking about the program and the events that are being organized, because, you know, this is being seen as a big civilizational moment for India as well. What all is your ministry doing?
So it's not particularly my ministry. It's the Ram Temple Trust which is working, and it is the UP government which is doing. There have been several consultations at several levels, artists, etc. The list of artists and all. So we will act as a support team, but mainly the organizational work has been done by UP government and the Ram Mandir Trust itself.
So in terms of, there's a lot of excitement and anticipation as to what all will happen. Are you of the opinion, because you have been a politician for decades, would you have wanted all politicians across party lines to be present, because invitation has been extended, actors have been invited, influencers have been invited, so the invitation list is quite prolific?
Absolutely, and I would have want every Indian to be part of this program, because if symbolism is what it is all about, and symbolism is through which we send out large message, the symbolism of the country would have been that a wrong has happened in the past, and all of us as Indians are together in correcting that wrong, and that would have been a biggest symbol of unity. And I'm surprised at the way some people are reacting, but there is a chopai in Ramcharitramanas, and it just came to my mind a line of it which says, "Hoi soi jo Ram rakhi rakha," which means all that is disdained, Ram ji decides, will happen. So while the invites have been extended to all, but those probably who deserve to be there will be there, and they will only have the karmas to witness such an event.
All right, thank you so much for speaking to NDTV. And joining me now, Ratan Sharda, author and RSS member. Rakhi Rathore is spokesperson of the BJP. Balchandra Kangu is National Secretary of CPI. We have Prasenjit Bose, political analyst and economist, and Ghanshyam Tiwari representing the Samajwadi Party. Mr. Kangu, beginning with you, what exactly is the left party's reservation? Why are they, declining to go?
See, basically, left parties are against religion being mixed with politics. Our Indian constitution is very clear that the state has to keep itself, its secular character very clear. Unfortunately, the whole process of Ram Mandir movement has been a very highly emotive, politicized movement. And therefore, today, the BJP government particularly is trying to even make this event a political event. And therefore, we feel that we respect all
Mr.
religions,
Kangu,
but at the same
my
time,
question is
respecting religion
that
and making
had you
politics and
attended
religion
it,
together
it would
is
not have
something
been
which we
a
abhor.
BJP
We
government
don't like
event.
it. And therefore, we are
All
opposite.
parties would have made their presence felt. So it would not have been a particular party event. It would have been an apolitical event had all parties attended it, because invitations have been sent to one and all.
See, basically, let me be very clear that as far as we CPI is concerned, we have not received any invitation from anywhere to attend the Ram Mandir function. I don't know. We are hearing newspaper news.
Sitaram Yechury said that he doesn't want to attend, and he gave a reason. So Ratan Sharda, come in on this. Who is politicizing an event now? Is it a religious event or a political event? And because everyone has been invited, politicians, actors, sportspersons, influential people, powerful people across various sectors, including businessmen, have been invited, then why should this be seen from the prism of politics?
Well, those who play politics, or those who have played politics of Ram for decades, they will play politics. Those who stood by Ram Mandir will not play politics. The invitation goes from the Ram Mandir Trust. It doesn't go from BJP. They have invited every segment of the society, like you already pointed out. So where is the politics? Politics in their mind. Now, talking of Communist Party, it is not surprising that they have refused the invitation. They are honest because they are basically anti-religious. Communism is anti-religion. Unfortunately, in India, Communist Party is not anti-religion, it is anti-Hindu, because they will never speak a word against ills of other religions or problems of orthodoxy of other religions, but they will speak against only Hindus and Sanatan Dharma. So parties who have been talking against Sanatan Dharma, against Hindus, they are together in India Alliance. They are supporting each other. They have not criticized anybody who has been heaping insult on Hindus. I will not even talk about what they speak. And I would also see that all the people who said हमें मंदिर चाहिए, हम मंदिर वहीं बनाएंगे, तारीख नहीं बताएंगे. That was a ridicule we faced for 20 to 30 years on TV studios, on various public platforms. And this talk about politicization, if they had accepted, as you rightly pointed, what stops Congress from celebrating what Rajiv Gandhi started?
Okay.
Rajiv Gandhi unlocked the mosque. He allowed Shilanyas of the first Shilanyas of Ram Mandir. He's launched his campaign from Ayodhya, if you remember. He called Ram Rajya, and he lost the election. I mean, there was an accident, very unfortunate incident of terror that he lost
Okay.
it. But
That exactly is my point here, Ghanshyam Tiwari. What exactly is the opposition to not attending? I mean, had the invitation not been sent, then the parties would have said that the BJP has hijacked the event. Now that the invitation has been sent and they are not attending, the questions will be asked as to why you are not attending.
Good evening, Marya, to you, the viewers, and my fellow co-panelists. I believe that it's a personal choice on the way people would exercise their faith on this momentous occasion. And everyone who's going there will go there as an individual in the court of God, in presence of God, and participate in the ceremony. I don't see this as a issue that will be an agenda for attending or not attending, invitation or no invitation. This is not the national agenda for India Alliance. There are plenty of important topics for a national agenda that India Alliance needs to look at. For example, the specter of job, the situation of the parliament where 140 members of parliament are suspended, youth attack parliament, which is a failure of the home minister who should have resigned but has not resigned, and youth attack parliament because they want the prime minister to speak about unemployment, to tackle unemployment. There are enough issues from Kashmir to unemployment to the price rise, to the dismantling of democracy, to the kind of laws that have been passed, especially with respect to the criminal justice system, that form an agenda for the nation with respect to India Alliance. Who is being sent the invitation,
Yes,
who
so
is not?
while we are not
is not
really
our
saying
national
that
agenda.
this has become an agenda of the India Alliance, because all the leaders will be deciding at a very party and individual level. But Prasenjit Bose, would you say that this could very well be that moment where if all parties are present, thereafter Ram Temple and Hindutva may not become a talking point if all parties are present for this important day?
No, I don't think so. I think that first the Supreme Court, when it gave the verdict in 2019, the Supreme Court, I don't think intended in its order to, for the inauguration to happen just on the eve of a Lok Sabha election. I think that there is no date given in the Supreme Court judgment that the Supreme Court, the Mandir has to be built within such and such date. The choice of the inauguration itself has, the timing of it, just on the eve of the election, has certainly politicized the issue. And I think it's very unfair to now force this debate onto the people, those who are forcing this debate about who will go to the inauguration and who will not, which is clearly a political event. It is being done before the elections in a crucial state, in one of the largest states of our country, and it is being done for a political purpose only. I think it is very naive, those who are saying that it has got nothing to do with politics. I think that it should be left to individual choice. And any political party should not claim, like the BJP spokesperson just did, they should not claim any monopoly over religion. I mean, this is a Hindu majority country. There are many Hindus in this country. There are many Hindu gods.
The absence
and no
of
political
leaders,
party
Prasenjit.
can claim, no political party can claim
Yes.
a monopoly over the Hindu religion.
Yes, absolutely. That's the
Not
reason
all
why I'm
Hindus are
asking. So
BJP
the
in
absence
this
of
country.
certain parties, will that not be then political? Because even
but
if
why
there
should it
is
be?
no politics it will be seen as, because the Supreme Court has not given a particular date for inauguration of temple. It is the Ram Temple Trust which has decided, and of course you'll talk about the politics of it. But then it can be also argued, Prasenjit, that had all parties been present, then it would not have been seen as a BJP event or a purely political event.
No, I don't think so. I think that one can't be ahistorical. One cannot forget the fact that what politics has gone on around the Ram Temple issue since 1949. The Supreme Court order itself said that the way the mosque was demolished there was wrong, and the way that the idols were smuggled into that disputed structure, that was wrong. So, let us not be naive and say that suddenly a Ram temple is being built. There are many Ram temples across India. There are many Ram temples in Ayodhya.
Okay.
So I don't
Rakhi
think
Rathod, the question
anything...
or the objection to it is that the timing of it is timed with the Lok Sabha polls.
Absolutely.
You want to make that a talking point. Go ahead, Rakhi.
I don't think that you can hold any...
Marya, it's not about Rajniti, it's about Ramniti. In fact, we have waited for this day to come for around 500 years, and it's a proud moment for everyone. It's a moment of joy and celebration for each and every Indian. And that is why, in fact, I can strongly believe, because of the statements given by my fellow panelists, that there's a problem that why Ram Mandir has been made. There's a problem in that they want to create problems. They want to create hurdles in each and every noble cause. And I think I find no Rajniti in all these things. It's about faith. We want to go there. We want to celebrate. And we are reaching each and every household to come on 22nd of January, and after that also to visit that temple. Even other party members can also do so. I think nobody is stopping them to do. In fact, for Lok Sabha elections, we have plenty of, we have a strong organization. We have public welfare schemes, being run by Prime Minister. And with these, strong points, we will go in Lok Sabha election. But as far as Ram Mandir is concerned, it's about our faith. And in fact, from last many years, you have seen it, whether it's Kashi Vishwanath corridor, it's Ujjain Mahakal corridor, or Char Dham Pariyojana, we have been working for the cultural development of our country, because Pradhan Mantri ji believes that apart from social and economical, development, we should also, put forward our cultural activities as well. And it's a part of this, and it's a moment of pride for everyone. In fact, in our constitution, you'll see the pictures of Ramji and Hanumanji there. In fact, Mahatma Gandhi was also a believer of Ram Bhagwan, but you can't expect anything from the parties who had no belief. In fact, they don't believe in Ram Bhagwan. They think that Ram Bhagwan is hypothetical. So I think it's a very much common, very obvious kind of reaction which we are getting from the opposition party. But as a whole, you will find maximum number of people in our country.
Okay, so what could have been a non-political issue has become political because of those who are...
Allow a slight interjection.
Yes, please. Go ahead, Prasenjit.
You see, this is precisely where the problem is. The madam spokesperson of the BJP, who is obstructing or who is objecting to your celebration of Lord Ram? And who is objecting? No, hang on. I heard you out.
By the other political leaders.
I heard you out. Please don't raise your voice. Let us have a civilized discussion.
Why can't we celebrate?
Let us have a civilized discussion.
That's the only point I'm quoting, sir.
Listen, madam. First of all, nobody is objecting to your celebration or your, your devotion towards Lord Ram. You are free. No, but you have absolutely no right. Please hear me out. You're just, this is not the way. You please hear me out. You have no right to impose your religious choice over mine. You can call whatever this country runs. No, listen.
Okay, let me bring in Ratan Sharda now. I really enjoy, I avoid this kind of talking out and talking over each other. So Prasenjit and Rakhi, I'm not going to come back to both of you. Let me bring in Ratan Sharda. Ratan Sharda, many would say that this was also an opportunity for various political parties to send a message that India, which has seen those very deep fault lines because of the Babri temple and Babri mosque and Ram temple movement, has moved beyond it. That this day will not be seen as political anymore. It will be seen as a civilizational day, and then India will have different issues to look forward to or set different agenda post 22nd of January.
Marya, I totally agree with you. Unfortunately, the opposition cannot see what is the biggest writing on the wall, that India has moved forward. When the judgment was given, people had given grave warning that there will be riots, Muslims will be up in arms. They did not. They accepted it because they also wanted to get over with it, because they had nothing to do with Babar. They are more close to us and Ram than to Babar. But they said who obstructed all this? Who politicized? Leftist politicians, Islamists, seculars. They politicized the entire Ram Mandir movement. When there was evidence being collected, they had the leftist historians selling fake history, which was totally rejected by the High Court and also by the Supreme Court. They were the ones who obstructed, who went on warning about dire consequences. And he says there are many temples of Ram. Sir, there are many parents, there are many mother and fathers, but you have only one maternal home, you have only one mother, you have only one father. Ram Janmabhoomi was the issue. Ram Mandir was not the issue. It's a Janmabhoomi, just like Krishna Janmabhoomi, just like Gyan Vyapi. Three of the most revered Bhagwans of Bharat were destroyed. Their temples were destroyed. Hindus wanted instead of those very places. And Ram is symbol of Indian culture, of Indian ethos, of our duty to nation, our duty to our own family, to society, and dedication for the cause and following dharma in worst case scenario. This is the best lesson that only Bhagwan Ram gives, and that also is being politicized. So it is for them to realize that this kind of politics, Samajwadi Party said, we are not playing politics. They say bigger agenda. What is their Burke saying? He says, I want Babri bet. What is their SP Moray saying? Insulting Hindus every day. Have they banished these people?
Okay, so let's see how events
so they want polarization.
Pan out and play out in the next few days. Thank you so much for joining us, Rakhi Rathore, Balchandra Kangu, Prasenjit Bose, Ghanshyam Tiwari and Ratan Sharda. In fact, performers like Tanmay Mukherjee, who is an international drummer, are busy practicing for 22nd of January. They hope to perform a fusion bhajan in Ayodhya as part of the grand celebrations. Tanishq Punjabi spoke to him. Listen.
For the last few weeks, international drummer Tanmay Mukherjee, in collaboration with T-Series Stageworks Lucknow, has been working January in Ayodhya. So this is the first time such thing has come up, and is hopefully going to perform on 22nd of January in Ayodhya. So this is the first time such thing has come up. Bhajan with Western instruments. We would like to speak to the international drummer Tanmay Mukherjee. Tanmay, what is this all about? What is this new concept?
This is a new concept basically based on drumming. So first time in Uttar Pradesh, I brought this concept to connect all the youth and people together, because this is a grand inauguration happening and it's a privilege for us to play for this amazing concept and this amazing inauguration. So what this is a concept of playing drums all together. So I have created this fusion with the students of this academy to bring all the people together to sing the bhajan in a Western style on these Western instruments. So this will be a new concept, definitely this time for the people.
So bhajan in a Western style. You are hopeful that you are going to perform on 22nd of January?
I hope that if I get a chance to play over there, definitely we are hoping to, and we are preparing hard for that. So let's see, but this will be a new concept surely this time.
How long have you guys been practicing, and how large is your team?
It's been like 10 days. And we are working on this concept because it was tough to bring all the students together. So this time we are trying to bring most of the people together who can play the drums and just give them a new flavor to the people in this Ram Bhakti.
Okay. What kind of bhajans will be performed?
Most probably we are preparing the medleys and popular tunes and generally the common tunes we have on the Ram Bhajans and from the Vedas. So we are collecting all the lyrics and creating in our own style.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, hopefully on 22nd of January, the Grand Ram Mandir inauguration is taking place, and there will be many cultural events, a lot of events on 22nd of January, and it's going to be a very mega grand inauguration. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be inaugurating. So many preparations, many groups are coming there to perform. Hopefully Tanmay is an international drummer, and hopefully he will also perform there with his team on this new instrument, on this new concept where bhajan through Western instruments will take place. With camera person Vineet Kumar Verma, Tanishq Punjabi for NDTV.
Even as preparations continue in Ayodhya for the celebrations on 22nd, but as I said, it is the politics of those who will not be attending has taken center stage. A quick recap of the story right now.
A political row after top CPIM leaders today underlined the party's decision to skip the Ram Temple inauguration event next month in Ayodhya, calling it the politicization of a religious program.
धर्म जो है वो एक पवित्र संबंध है एक आत्मा और एक परमात्मा के बीच में। ये फंक्शन हो रहा है एक स्टेट स्पॉन्सर्ड इवेंट के रूप में। प्रधानमंत्री मौजूद रहेंगे, 4 मुख्य मंत्री मौजूद रहेंगे, 2 मुख्य सचिव मौजूद रहेंगे, 2 मुख्य सचिव के साथ 2 मुख्य सचिव मुख्यमंत्री यूपी के मौजूद रहेंगे, जो राजनीतिक व्यवस्था के हैं उनके पदाधिकारी भी रहेंगे वहाँ पे।
The BJP, for which construction of the temple has been a major campaign issue and will be again in the run-up to the 2024 general and state polls, hit back accusing the left of weaponizing religion. The left has spoken out, but all eyes are on the Congress and its senior leaders, including party boss Mallikarjun Kharge and its matriarch Sonia Gandhi. Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, its leader in the outgoing Lok Sabha, and its former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh have also been invited, but it is not clear if Rahul Gandhi has received one. The Congress has been guarded so far. General Secretary K.C. Venugopal has confirmed the invites, but said the party's stance will be known later.
The politics has begun, and as the date inches closer, the war of words will only intensify. With Marya Shakil in New Delhi, Tanish Punjabi in Lucknow for NDTV.